Hey, how's it going? So when we let off last time, we had ChatGPT auto-completion model 3.5 or 3.0, whatever, creating these dialogues and then putting them into a JSON object that I could parse, and then we get the parts of speech from it. Obviously, this isn't the end goal, but it is a step in the right direction. Pretty significant step, to be honest. But I think this will illustrate why I'm not happy with the output here in the version 3 model, and I think the version 4 model is going to be better. So I'm really sorry to cut this short, but I have an urgent call I have to take. No problem, I understand. Please take it. Thank you. Tell him I'll call him back. What? Like, did that make sense? And I pretty specifically asked for 4 lines of dialogue. 4-line dialogue, including the line, tell him I'll call him back, as one of the entries. This is definitely 3 lines of dialogue. And you know what? Maybe if it were 3 lines of dialogue and the dialogue made sense, that wouldn't bother me so much. But this doesn't make any sense. So I did actually get ChatGPT version 4 working. So it's here, it's working. The 32K version costs, I don't remember if it's twice as much, but it's significantly more expensive. But the version 4 has the logic that I need. It's just not going to be able to write, you know, half of a freaking novel. So it does work with all 3 of these. So let's see if I can take this and implement it over here. And I actually think it should be pretty easy, to be honest. Ask GPT. Ask GPT. This might even be easier than I thought. Is it just going to work like that, or do I have to do something more? You know what? I think it might work, so let's just try it. Now, I'm hoping that ChatGPT 4 gives us better quality dialogue than 3, because if that's the quality of the dialogue, I'm just going to say, forget it. Honestly, I'm not sure that it's worth it, or I'm going to have to let it do its own dialogue and not try to. What am I saying? Not try to feed it a specific line. No API key provided. Really? Okay. Oh, I guess that was in the method over here, and here yeah, whatever. Okay, so let's try that again. Hey, no API key, no charge, so can't complain too much. Well, I could, but it wouldn't do me no good. I like that this takes care of the links too. I had an issue where the max tokens was too high and it, you know, threw an error. Now, don't get me wrong. If you send too much data to ChatGPT 4, it can still crap out. But this didn't even try. Name, append to log, and print is undefined. Oh, crap. It completed the call and didn't write it. That's the entire reason that I have a logging method, is because I don't want stuff that I send to ChatGPT to be lost. I mean, if it's garbage and it needs to be lost, then fine. But in this case, I would have liked to have seen what it generated. All right. Yeah, maybe while I'm debugging, I should switch it to 3. No, 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 it's fine. It's going to work this time. It's going to work. I have faith. Because I know that my other example was working. It's not like I'm shooting in the dark here entirely. Just have to do the conversion. It feels like it's 100 friggin' degrees in my room. I know it's not that hot, but it just feels hot. Okay, it seems like this is taking longer than I expected it to. Okay, let's see what it says. All right, so I did change this to be more explicit, and I also changed the JSON format a little bit. I actually asked ChatGPT how it would like these instructions formatted, and it gave me this, and I admit that is clearer than what I was doing. So, all right. At a busy office, John's phone rings, but he is in a meeting with an important client. Secretary. John, your phone is ringing. Should I answer it? Yes, please. If it's my brother, tell him I'll call him back. This is so much better. I mean, you can see, right? You can see that this is just generating higher quality prompts than 3. All right, I'll let him know. Thank you, I appreciate it. And more important, well, I don't know that more importantly, but also relevant, it returned the correct number of lines like I wanted it to. Now, do I strictly want to limit every dialogue to 4 lines? At the beginning level, actually, probably yes, to be honest. Now I'm going to need a way to store this. So, yeah. So this should give us a JSON object. Where do I convert that? Okay. So each JSON object is going to be its own dialog, and I just need to write those into some kind of like directory or something. So let's do that. All right. It's pretty easy, but I always forget. So JSON.write, no, save. Damn it. There we go. JSON.dump. Okay, we're going to need something like a lesson number, and let's define that up here. Lesson number equals 0, and then we need a new folder, new directory, I guess. Raw dialogues. And then we're going to come down here. We're going to say json.dump raw dialogues. Aha. Aha. And then str of lesson number plus how many could I reasonably have? What the hell? And then started at index 1. So let's see if that works. And then I don't think it should just be a number. It should be lesson underscore like that. .json write. Yeah, that's good. So it should go in the raw dialogues, and right now it's writing my data. I don't think that that's good, so let's have it write the JSON object. I would actually like to preserve this. I think that this is decent. So where am I going to put it? Down here. All right, now let's grab a different and a completely different sentence. Well, yeah, I'll come here. How about thank you? I like that. It's very simple and elegant and intelligent. Okay, so raw dialogues lesson json.dump file. What am I doing? What in... I'm looking for the sentence. Okay. Cool. So eventually the idea is to make this dynamic. It'll figure out which one it wants and then it will add it. But right now I'm just selecting them by hand. Let's run this, and you know what? We can close this. We don't need it anymore. Okay. So it should be pretty easy to put thank you into a dialogue. But I want to make sure that it outputs it correctly into the raw dialogues directory. And then I want to copy the format and put this in there as well. Come on. All right, so a student is struggling with a difficult math problem and turns to the tutor for help. I just don't understand how to solve this problem. No worries, let's break down the problem into smaller parts. We can tackle this together. Thank you, that sounds like a good plan. Great, let's get started. Okay, that sounds good. And more importantly, it's right here in lesson 1. So we are going to, wait, 0? What in the hell? It's not supposed to be 0, it's supposed to be a bunch of zeros. Where is that? Where is it? Where do I define my file name? I am really confused right now. This should generate a string. So lesson num equals, let's just say 5. And then paste. What in what? Oh, sorry. That's what I meant to do. One character mistake. Okay, so it should be, how many zeros is that? Okay, F6. No. Shift F6. This should be lesson 1, and there should be a lesson 0 as well. So we come into lesson 0, and lesson 0 is going to be this thing down here. Okay, so after we write this, we should increment the lesson number. So lesson num plus equals 1. So I don't know how many of these we're going to do, but we're going to figure it out. So, okay, lesson num equals 1. I don't think that that's so great. I can't remember how to do the glob thing, so let's write a Python method which looks for all files in raw dialogues and returns a list of JSON files. Okay, I don't really need the explanation. I got it. So right. So we're going to come in here, list JSON files and directory, raw dialogues. I'm going to import that. And then for file name in list JSON. And then we want to read. So it's going to be JSON.load file. So here we go. Path.join directory. And then file name, print data, and then let's just have it exit here because I want to make sure that this is working before I go any further. Now we might want to use the natural language processing all the way up here. And let's print the file name as well. So, run. Shouldn't take too long. I guess the natural language processing does take a while. Okay, it shouldn't take this long. This is kind of weird. No such file or directory. Raw dialogues, lesson.json. I guess it was returning full paths. Oh, yeah. Still, it shouldn't have taken that long to fail. That was kind of weird. Is it because of this? Well, I mean, I don't really have a choice. I need to load that, so if it takes a long time, I guess it takes a long time. Script should be pretty fast, though. I think just starting Spacey takes a while, but come on, I have an NVMe drive. Okay, so it is loading the text. Now what we want to do is we want to extract the number. So we're going to file name modified, I guess, equals file name dot replace underscore with period. And then we are going to number equals file name m dot split period, and it should be -2. The second to the last one, and then we are going to make sure that that is numeric. That is numeric. If it's not, output it. So num equals int num, and then if num is greater than or equal to less than num, then less than num plus equals num, no, not plus equals num plus 1. Maybe that's not the most efficient way of doing it, but I can reasonably see trying to delete a dialogue in the future, and then it screws up my numbering system if I was trying to go off a count or something. This makes sure that I'm writing to the end. Now, with the absolute most common phrases, maybe we don't need a scoring system in place. Maybe we just throw the phrases, and that is good enough. Which means we probably don't even need Spacey at all, but whatever, we're using it for now. So let's grab, yeah, I mean, in the case of the top I don't know, what is this? The top, where's my line number? Oh, is my line number not on my page? Oh, for hell's sake. All right. Okay, A out P spacey abridged dot JSON L. So we're gonna have out P underscore spacey. Yeah. So let's test this right here. Oh, actually, probably go all the way down to here. And then we're going to come back and let's take a look. So let's find our sample sentences. Now, if count is less than 5,000, then break. So we're just doing the top ones here. Sentences to adapt equals array, I guess, and then if in my no, I don't need to do it that way. My text equals my text dot replace, and just replace it with nothing. So yeah, we don't want any of those screwing up the formatting. So we're going to see what sentences it gives us here. Sentences to adapt. We're not actually running anything yet. We have to have some sort of a baseline somewhere to start from. And then once we have established scores, then we can start being more selective and intelligent. No such file or directory. That's not period. All right. Run. It automatically does that for you. If you take a file and move it into old, and as you can see, I've done that with a lot of files here. It automatically updates the directories, which I guess is nice sometimes, but okay, this is a little weird here. No, it's not weird at all. Sentences to adapt dot append my text. I really should turn off the. I should turn off the damn spacey, but I'm gonna need it again pretty soon, so I guess it's not that long of a delay. All right, yeah, no, what, yes, okay, thank you, come on, all right, no, I don't know, hey, I'm sorry, oh, hey, really, thanks, hi, good. This is good. This is good. So all of this crap in here needs to become a method, and that method should generate a dialogue with a sentence. So let's see if we can do that. I don't think we need this old stuff here. And let's indent. So def generate sentence from prompt, and no, just sentence. Sentence. And then let's come down here. Response. Thank you. Now, And let's see if we can generate a number of sentences. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do not non-local, global of lesson num. And let's see if it's angry about anything else. Lesson num plus equals 1. What's wrong with that? I don't even see it. Okay, it seems to be working just fine. So, yeah. I don't think we need to generate the parts of speech, at least not at this point in time. So, can I call something that's below, or is it going to get angry? Well, you know what? Let's find out. For send in sentences to adapt, let's generate you know what? This is a mistake, because there's a flat fee for initiating the GPT-4 instance, which means I should be reusing it as much as possible, not reestablishing a new connection every time. So let's say generate sentences from prompt, and it's no longer going to have this. So question, all of this needs to be indented. Okay. For sentence in sentences to adapt, let's see if this works. I think it should work. Wondering if for testing I should change it to GPT 3.5. You know what? I think that I should. It's going to cost money either way, but I can generate garbage content, make sure that it's working, and then when I'm confident that it's working, then I can go back and switch to GPT-4. All right, let's run it. And the initialization is going to take a while. I've not actually tried this with multiple prompts yet, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. Maybe it's not going to work. Okay, here's our existing ones. Oh, now we're getting stuff back. Hey, this seems to be working. Do I want to interrupt it and switch it to GPT-4? No, I mean, I told it, I don't know how many it was, 10, 15. Yeah, let's stop it. Changing my mind very rapidly here. So let's see. I would like to return this item. Sure, do you have the receipt? Yeah, here it is. Great, the return policy allows for refunds within 30 days so we can process the return for you. Okay, can I have a mocha frappuccino, please? I'm sorry, we don't have mocha frappuccino at the moment. Oh, all right, I'll have a caramel macchiato instead. Sure, one caramel macchiato. Coming right up. I think it's a little repetitive, but it is doing what I asked it to do. I mean, I am talking to a frigging robot. Okay, no safe delete, just delete. Let's switch this to GPT-4, and let's do this. I'm kind of excited. So yeah, run OpenAI prompts. Okay, now while that's running, let me. I have here the spacey word weights. Now this is something that I generated a long time ago. Well, comparatively long ago. And you know what? I don't actually think it matters what the weights are as long as the more common things are higher. I think that complicated thing that I was talking about where it's like, oh, let's see how many sentences it finishes, that's nonsense. I mean, okay, maybe at some point that becomes relevant, but we're generating the context to use these sentences in the first place. So I think that just something that tells us what the more common words are is going to be useful. Now, this only goes down to, I think, what is this, 20,000? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10,000. But you know what? I think 10,000 is good enough, especially right at the very beginning. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to generate the state from the existing dialogues, extract the parts of speech, create a scoring mechanism, figure out what things are in date, ready to be reviewed, and out of date doesn't matter because the word will just straight up reset. So unadministered words have to get a lower priority. But maybe what we could do is for words which need a review, we could add, what is this? Is that millions or hundred thousands? So basically 2.5 million. We could add 2.5 million to any word that is out of date, and then we could generate a score from the prompts that are available that appear in, I don't know, 5 or more texts. Or maybe at the beginning I'll have it be 100 or more texts. And then from there we select automatically a sentence that we want included in a dialogue, and we send it off to the generative engine to create the dialogue. Now, I want to be clear here. I still think a human being needs to review these. Now, maybe the human being is going to look at them and say, hey, they look perfectly fine, and send them along. But I'm not 100% confident in ChatGPT knowing what sucks or not. You know what? Maybe every one of these is well-formed, but they're boring or repetitive or something. So, is this almost done yet? Let's see. So it's with thanks. Let's see where thanks is in the list. Output spacey abridged. Thanks is right here. And it's supposed to go down to 5,000. So yeah. So the next one should be hi. Hi. And then, wait, did it do it again? Is there an echo in here? It might be outputting it twice. I probably told it to output it twice. That's fine. So good, good. It's not actually writing it twice to the disk, though. Right. Okay, let's see what the last one is, though. Come on. Okay, I don't know how interesting this is to just watch churn away. Probably charging up my bill here, but yeah, it's not that expensive. It's like 3 cents for 1,000 tokens or something, which is very roughly equivalent to a word. But there is a flat fee for initiating the instance. So, you know, if I tell it to go with 10,000 prompts or something, suddenly that starts to be real money. That would be like, what, $300? Yeah, I would rather not get a $300 bill. It's not going to bankrupt me, but, you know, I still don't want it to happen. So, yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to leave this running, and then Maybe I'll do another one of these where I go through and actually add the scoring metrics. I don't know. I don't think anybody is watching these, so maybe I won't even bother. Anyways, see ya if anybody's watching. Oh, I almost hit stop the program instead of stop the recording. That would have been very mildly annoying.